When plans for Duxbury's new fire station were developed, a state-of-the-art emergency management facility was included in the design. The facility has been operating for the last 8 months, and this week we got a tour and heard from the town's fire captain as well as one of Duxbury's public safety dispatchers about the best way to make an emergency call.
911 recorder line, where is your emergency? Our dispatch center moved to the fire station 8 months ago. So upstairs on the second floor, we dispatch for fire, police, and also the ambulance, which is out of the fire station. We have a state-of-the-art dispatch center. We have weather monitoring, we have weather stations. We have radios that can talk to all surrounding communities and get mutual aid if we need it. Duxbury Fire Alarm dispatching medical call. 155 Mayflower Street, police station. Walk-in medical for vision problems. This screen here is how you operate the 911. We have 4 different lines at once, 4 landlines, 4 cell phone lines, 2 emergency lines, 2 administrative lines. Every one of these green blocks is a town fire department I could talk to directly from this radio. We can talk to police, fire, DPW, harbor master. We can talk directly to other towns. We can talk to Plymouth County Control, which has many resources available. We have what's called a CAD system, which gives us an up-to-date where everybody is, what's happening in the town. So if we have multiple incidents going on, we have it right in front of us. We can see who's where, doing what. We can run motor vehicles, warrants, so we can check people from other states if we have to. Duxbury Fire Alarm dispatching outside investigation in the area of Union Bridge Road for a tree blocking the road. When someone dials 911, that call actually goes to the state police in Framingham. When the state police get it, they'll ask where your emergency is. That's the biggest question they're going to ask. And then from there, they can say, stand by, we're going to transfer you to Duxbury. That's when our 911 dispatchers get it. When you call our dispatch center, 2 dispatchers are answering. One is going to be on the lead. They're going to ask you questions. The second one's going to listen and dispatch help. There are 2 of us here. You can't tell because one person takes the lead on the phone, the other takes the lead on the radio. So while you're calling, we're dispatching it out. So a lot of time people get, obviously it could be a real bad situation for them, so they expect the ambulance to be right there, and why aren't you dispatching it now, and get them going. So while I'm talking to you on the phone, my partner will be in the background dispatching the ambulance, and everything we're talking about on the phone gets updated as we go. So we'll keep you on the phone for a while until they get there to keep getting every update we can. In the last year, things have changed with 911. We now offer EMD, which is emergency medical dispatch. So when someone calls and their loved one is down on the ground, maybe not breathing, our dispatchers are going to offer advice and directions of what they should do for that person. The dispatcher is like the head of the orchestra. It's kind of like you're the first one on scene without actually being there. So say there's a domestic call or something, you kind of paint the picture for everybody responding. You have to find out if there's weapons, if somebody's hurt. Some people might not realize how intense a dispatcher's job is and how much they have to actually coordinate. They'll take a 911 call, you can be getting a business call at the same time, and they need to dispatch fire, police on separate radios. They need to get the ambulance there. They might need to get DPW because a tree's come down and they need to access that road. So they're listening and dispatching, talking on 2 phones. It's a crazy job. So you kind of set the tone, and if especially your demeanor helps them, if you come off calm, even if it's a major issue, a major call, they'll still be calm going in. And if it's the opposite, maybe if it's a minor call and you're all riled up, that gets them riled up. So there's a lot that goes into it just from the sound of your voice.
For a while, but they need to round
Fire alarm received A1 in quarters at 10:44.
36.
The best thing for someone to do when they call 911 is to stay calm, first of all. And it's a big deal, obviously, but the calmer you stay, the more focused you'll be, and you can understand what we're trying to ask you. When you call 911 and you start to answer some of the questions the dispatchers ask you, they're going to continue to ask you more questions that might be medically related, if it's a medical emergency, and they're going to offer you advice on that. And the questions might keep going on, or feel like that because you're in the middle of an emergency. But rest assured, the other dispatcher has already dispatched help. We try to get help out the door within 20 seconds of your call. time can be of the essence. This could be a life-threatening thing in some instances, and you got to get the right information right then so we can get them out the door. So that way the fire department knows they can prepare the next step if they need to, whatever equipment they need, medication is already ready to go. So when they get there, they can just implement it right away. The most rewarding thing for me is helping people. Whether it's on 911, you make sure they got the help that they needed. That's their loved one. And that's what I try to keep in mind with staying calm, and it could be the worst day of their life, is that's somebody's loved one. But at the same time, too, we do the same thing for the other people on the radio, police and fire. These are people we work with day in, day out, and there's certain scenarios where they could get hurt. So I think that's the most rewarding thing for me, is making sure that they go home safe to their families.